boyfriend is my boyfriend, and me and boyfriend been dating for 5 years, and I'm pregnant. Breaking my heart. What's up, guys? It's your girl Talia Rikita, and I'm back here with another banger video for you guys. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget it, because you won't regret it, Periana. And your mommy's a crackhead.
Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We back.
I'm good.
So today, on this beautiful Monday evening, afternoon, I'm going to be telling you a story time. This shit is crazy and I can't make it up. Y'all know I've been gone for a teen minute. I've been gone for a little while. And it's because life been so fucking crazy. It's been fucking ridiculous. And it's like, now that I'm out of school, it's like... So, story time on how my boyfriend... I don't know what to say. I need a not a thumbnail. I need a caption, a title. And it's going to be like, story time on how my boyfriend... Story time on how I was a side chick and didn't know. That sounds good right now that I'm saying it, but like I need y'all to realize how deep this shit go. Story time on how the nigga I was dating. Story time on how my boyfriend got another girl pregnant. There we go. That's it. So that's what it's gonna be. Story time on how my boyfriend got another girl pregnant. So let me just start the story time. Let me stop wasting time, because I really do not want to have to edit no long ass video. I don't. So we're gonna start way back in the beginning of July. So we moved from the house we was at when I was in high school. After I graduated, we moved like I'd say 3 weeks later. So we moved down here. I'm not gonna say the area. We moved, and I decided to go and look for a job without my parents' permission. They didn't want me working, and I wanted a job. I wanted my own bread. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for a job. So I called up this place, and they was hiring. And they was like, okay, you could come in, we could talk. We talk. I come in the next day for like train, and then they told me, hey, come in tomorrow, and that's when you start. So I come in, and the first day was cool. The workers was trying to get at me on the low, but I am 17, so it's like they wasn't. After they found out my age, they still was trying to talk, but they wasn't like making it obvious, if that makes sense. So day 2, this boy walks in, and mind you, it's a co-worker. We gonna call him Luigi. Luigi is 16 and I'm 17, so me and him kind of clicked more, not on like a dating level, but more of a friendship level. He was more like a work bestie. So me and him was talking, and boyfriend, that's what we're gonna call him, boyfriend walks in, and this is the first time I see boyfriend, and I'm like, damn, he fine. So I go and I tell my co-worker, and I just said it. I was like, yeah, he fine, but I'm not gonna like talk to him. I'm just like keep my distance, just like him from a distance. I like, it don't matter to me, he cute, that's about it. I ain't really tripping on it. So I guess Luigi went and told her boyfriend that on the low. So I walk in the kitchen, and boyfriend was like, can I get your Instagram? And I looked at him, because now my boss is his grandma. So I'm looking like in the front of the boss. So I pause and I look at the grandma to see like if she looking at me. She's not looking at me, no one else looking at me. And he just here with the phone. So I'm like, okay, I take the phone and I put the Instagram in and I walk away. And he ended up going out to run some errands. He texted me. He was like, I think he gave me his number. And usually y'all know I do not give him my number. I don't care who you are, I don't care where you is, I don't care what you look like, I'm not giving you my number. And I took the number, I texted him. So I think that's where I knew I was fucked up in the head. Because bitch, why all the niggas you decide to bitch, I look back at myself and I would slap me. Future me would slap past me, because that was dumb, bitch. So we started talking, and I was like, hey, you want to go skating? He was like, oh, I got work. So I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. But we ended up going out 4th of July, and it was so cute. It was a vibe. We was marching, accidentally matching. I had on this orange cute dress that I bought, and he had on some orange or whatever. He did look nice. I'm gonna give it to him. So he meet my parents that day, because my parents, they don't let me go with anybody, so they want to see who I was going with. And I told him, hey, it was a friend. And he came, he talked to my parents, he opened the car door for me, he did everything right in the moment, did everything right. So I'm just like, okay, like I actually like this boy. Like I ain't liked the boy in a long time. Like I like this boy. And we just like talking. So after the first day, we went, we ate, and we went and we watched the fireworks, whatever. After the first day, we was in a relationship. Literally, we was in a relationship. So mind you, I move fast, but I don't like to move. I don't know how to explain. It's like I like to move fast if it's me moving fast. If he moving fast, then I'm gonna think like, but both of us was moving fast. Like he was already calling me B and shit, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. And then he called me into calling him B in person. I don't call nobody B. Like no cute names. I don't call you by your real name. And he had me calling him B in person, like in person. Okay, so I forget to include this into the video, and while I'm editing, I'm like, let me just add the clips that I forgot instead of making a new video. So before we fast forward, so his mom had a problem. His mom was saying like a slick stuff, and she'd be like, oh, you want to lose your job messing with my son, and da 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 da. And I'm like, I just work here. That's it. I just work here. He's the one on my body. I'm just here. And he would literally argue with his mom, like have full-blown arguments about me. So for it to end up the way it ended up, it's like, why did you put so much effort in just to be a dog? Why? Like, why did you lead me all that way? What did I do to you? Anyways, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. So the mom had a problem with me. The mom, so he told his grandma that me and him was dating. After he told his grandma, it went south. No, after he told the co-worker that liked me that we was dating, it went south. So, is that south? South. So the mom had a problem with me, and he would argue with the mom, like I full-blown arguments with the mom, like cursing the mom, old type shit. And I was like, no, don't do that. I don't want you to curse her old for me, and then she hate me even more. She be more resentful to me. So I think that's about it. Go back to the video. This right here is a key part in the video. His mom, when him and his mom was arguing, his mom mentioned, oh, because his mom would like bully me. I wouldn't say bully me, but she would bully me, because everyone else saw it as bullying me, but I saw it as her just being tough on me because I was dating her son. But she would bully me and say, she said this comment to him when they was arguing. She was like, oh, I did it to Jayla. Let me not call the girl name. I did it to Miss Puff, and I'm gonna do it to her. Ain't no difference. I'm not Miss Puff. This Slim Shady right here. It's not Miss Puff. This Slim Shady. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. So fast forward, he started acting funny. He started acting iffy. Mind you, I work on weekends, so I used to see him Friday through Sunday every day. And he started acting iffy like through the week when he couldn't see me. At least he could have seen me, but when he more busy dealing with whatever he dealing with and I home, like he started acting iffy. And I remember the first rap, like he went out with his friends, and like he didn't tell me, like basically I had to look at the location. He had me guessing, like it was like, why you can't just tell me this, or why? And then he wasn't responding to, so it's like, why you can't just respond to the text if you just with your homeboys when I go pick up a check. So like that was the first red flag. He ended up blocking me, telling me, because I told him I was gonna go out with my homegirls, and when he was like, where? I was like, out, and he was like, oh, you being funny, being weird, da da da. I'm like, how you trying to be mad because I'm mad? Like what the fuck? Like I gotta be the mad one. Both of us can't be mad. Someone gotta be the problem solver. And like he ended up blocking me, and I'm like, damn, like that shit hurt my heart, because like I care about you and you blocked me. Like what the fuck? And I called him on text now, and he ended up blocking me or whatever. And I was like, don't do that no more. I communicated with him, like that hurt my feelings, don't do that. He was like, okay, I won't do it again. He did it again. Strike two. So he did it again, and like I kind of left it a little bit, but I still told him not to unblock me. So he unblocked me, and we ended up talking again, and then I think we stopped talking again for the third time, and I was like, you know what, forget this nigga. So I'm kind of skipping through it because the middle ain't really relevant. It's towards the end, so ignore that. So I go to work on a Friday, and he is there, and I'm ignoring him because it's like, bitch, I'm not chasing no nigga. Like you got me fucked up. I'm chasing no nigga. It never gave. I got too much niggas on my dick for me to chase someone. So he kept like pushing for me to conversate with him. Like he would touch me and like talk to me and blah blah blah. So I ended up just falling for it, and I started talking to him. He pulled me to the side. He was like, hey, like I miss you, like I want to be with you. No, he had told me that I wasn't the one for him, and I was like, okay. And I hung up the phone on him, and that's when we stopped talking. And that's when I was like, call it quits. And I told him, I was like, we could just end it on a good term, because it's like, what's the point of us arguing for you to make it as if it's a problem? He started telling me, how I had niggas and da. And it was like, you just want a reason for us to end on a bad term. And I was like, ain't no bad blood, it's all love. Like, I understand, like, I'm not the one for you, okay? And we could move on and go our separate ways. And he came. So Friday I go into work, and it was a good day. So mind you, me and him wasn't talking, so I didn't know that he had quit his job. So he quit his job to work at the restaurant with his grandma full time, just because he know I would be there. He said, at least this is what he's saying. He said he quit it for me, but you never know what really happening behind them closed doors. So he said he quit his job for me. So because I asked him, I was like, what time you going to work? So he was like, oh, you ain't know? I was like, no, what? He was like, I quit my job. I was like, nigga, in my mind, I'm like, how the fuck, how you expect me to know that if you don't tell me shit? You forget we was broken up? You don't tell me nothing? Like, you don't tell me your business. How you expect me to know that? Do I look like read the minds? Mind reader? Do I look like it? Please. Don't make it as if you told me this. Wrong bitch. Wrong bitch. You ain't told me this. So don't make it as if there's something you told me and I forget. Please. But so that day, I ended up staying, because I had work for 6 o'clock. So I had 2 jobs now. I had work for 6 p.m. and I usually get off of this job at like 4 o'clock. And he would usually leave at 2 o'clock to go to work for 3. So I ended up staying because I was like, okay, I want to be up under this nigga. I stayed longer. So the grandma started giving me iffy vibes. She started saying a slick comment. So mind you, my coworker Luigi, he would be like, oh, ignore the comments. Like when the mom was a problem, he'd be like, ignore her, you come here for money, not for no friends, just work and get what you need, and you know, dip when you have to. So he was in the work this day. He had worked now Wednesday, and he didn't come into work on Friday, because me and him would work Friday through Sunday together or whatever. So I hold in the shift now myself, and it's been really hard because it's like everybody was basically trying to pick on me this day. I don't know if I just had pick on me and written on my back or fuck with me today, but it was this other co-worker. She's an older lady, and she tried my face in front of everybody in the kitchen, talking about some, why you won't take the fries off for your order yet? I look at her, I was like, please don't play with me right now. In the kitchen in front of everybody, I was like, don't play with me right now, because you told me you was gonna do something. Like, I was really about to get on this lady here, but I had to save it because I was like, let me be respectful to my elders, let me not disrespect in front of everybody. I don't need everybody to think of me to be a disrespectful person. So I was just like, you know what, I sucked my teeth, I walk off, and I did what I had to do. So boyfriend come out, and he was like, oh, I know she pissing you off, don't worry about it, I could tell by your face he's ready to snap, da. So further on in that day, the grandma, me and him was mad at each other. I can't remember when we was mad. He was mad at me for some reason, but I was mad at him too. But I go to him and I was like, hey, can you go get my tips? Because when you get signed tips, you got to go through the lady to get your money. So I was like, hey, can you go get my tip from your grandma? So he go in there, I guess he go in there mad and was like, oh, give me your tips. So I walk in right behind him, and she's like, oh, don't come in here mad over no money for no hooker. Hooker? Bitch, me? Me the hooker? Bitch, me? Bitch, one thing for me. A hoe never sell labor to you. A bitch never sell labor to you. Bitch, you never... Bitch, please. Hooker? Bitch, I work for every change I get, bitch. So that little $2 tip, give me my shit, hoe. You ain't holding out 1 penny from me. Give me my shit. The fuck? You didn't even pay me right. The fuck? A bitch never needed the job. Please. Don't try me. These social medias pay just enough. Please. So that was the first comment. So, and then she keep questioning my working skills. She's like, oh, I don't know how you make so much tips, but you don't do no work. Strike 2, bitch. I don't fucking play. Strike 2. The third strike is, what was the third strike? It wasn't no third strike. The third strike was y'all was fucking with me within this job. Y'all was fucking with me because I was fucking with y'all son. Y'all was fucking with me. So after that, I ended up going on the phone. So mind you, I wasn't gonna take it to the heart. But this bitch, Nikwa, wanna call me. I think you called me, right? No, you called me. I called her, and I didn't answer. Then I called you back. I called her, she didn't answer, and she called me back, and I ended up telling her, I was like, you know what, I can tell you later, because I would talk about it now, because I can start crying. This bitch like, no, talk about it! To switch the phone, but instead of this bitch just listen to me when I say, hey, I don't want to talk with it, she's like, no, talk with it, go in the bathroom. I say, okay, I go in the bathroom now, and I break it out, and yeah, she called me a slut, I do nothing to this woman, why she do it? Crying. So I was like, okay, my eyes is getting red dead fast. So my eyes red, my cheeks red, nose red. I in the bathroom like this. Okay, don't go in there. So mind you, I walk out, I wipe my face, I clean myself, go there. And the co-worker who been trying to talk to me first from day one, he was like, oh, everything good, little mama. So mind you, boyfriend would be mad at him, would be mad at me for him calling me that. That's your homeboy. Check your homeboy for calling me that. What the hell? You feel me, nigga? Why you trying to check me over the name? This your homeboy, your brother is calling me. Like, please. I can't tell a nigga nothing. That nigga about 600 pounds. Please. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself at risk. When you bigger than me, you could go tell a nigga not to call me that. That's your brother. So, and I know he can watch this video. I know you watching it. It's all love though. Cause you know hatred in my heart for nobody. You know hatred in my heart for nobody. You didn't want to be on TikTok, so now you can be on the tube. But yeah, so the grandma, she was like, oh, she say I don't work for me to be getting tips, because I would get nice tips. I'm a very friendly person. Like, I smile when I do my job. I smile. I'm very open to conversations. I'm very smiley. So for you to question my job for how I get in tips and then call me a whore, bitch, what is you trying to say? Bitch, what is you trying to say? Like, so yeah, so I quit. And I end up getting on the phone with him when I get to my next job, and I tell him why and all of that, and he's like, oh, this really hurting me, like, you don't even know how to explain it, I really love you, the lies. Ugh. To me the Friday, and he was like, oh, I just thought you had niggas, forgive me, I love you, I want to be with you, right on the God Island with nobody else, all that 9 yards, and I forgave him. I read into it. And then 2 days later, at 1 in the morning, I get a call from him. I answer the phone. He's like, hey. I say, hey. He was like, what you doing? I was like, what else could I be doing at this time? I'm sleeping. He was like, oh, never mind. And I was like, no, I'm wide awake now, because mind you, I'm happy that this nigga called me. Like, I'm like, okay, my boyfriend called me. I'm like happy. And then a girl takes the phone. And she was like, hey, you and him talk? I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, talk. I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, well, boyfriend is my boyfriend. And me and boyfriend been dating for 5 years. And I'm pregnant. Breaking my heart. Yo, I was sassy. So now, y'all know I confide in, like, if you know me, you know I confide in my best friend about everything I can't speak about. I text her, and she already knows on my mind. She already know. So now she tell me all that, and we end up coming off the phone, and she's like, okay, hold on, I'm about to beat this nigga ass. She come off the phone. I end up texting best friend. Our best friend calls me, and I was on the phone with best friend while I was on the phone with, we gonna call her Miss Puff, because the girl is big. She is huge. She is like grande. I don't mind, like, no offense to my mom. My mom is a big woman, and I don't like to disrespect other big women because my mom big already. So it's like, how I'm calling you fat and my old girl big. So it's like, yeah, but when you bigger than my old girl, you bigger than my mom, like, since you're big. And like, I ended up telling my mom was like, no, she isn't pregnant, she just overweight. But you got my mom clouding you is a joke, ho. Like, what the fuck, you're a joke. So I can't really remember the conversation, but like, it went like, I'm pregnant, I'm like, oh really? So me and I end up conversating on Instagram, and she asked me like personal questions. I'm gonna say it on YouTube because that's my business now. That's my business. And he never texted me after the situation. I was like, I didn't cry about it. I didn't, like, it bothered me of course, but it was like, it didn't bother me to the point where I wanted to drop a tail. And it was just like one day I was listening to music, because music became like my escape. So I was listening to music, and I just like started crying. I was like, damn, this the cry right here. This is where it comes out. Lord, shit. And what happened next? Oh, so I ended up texting him because I ended up quitting my job then. Before this happened, I quit my job. And he was so upset. And he was like, oh, I can't believe you quit. I literally quit my job just to be around you even more. All that. So, that was in the past. So, fast forward past the call. And I was like, I texted him. I was like, you don't even have the decency to apologize. Even though I was avoiding texting him, I was like, you don't even have the decency to apologize to me. Like, anyways, when your grandma gonna pay me my pay for working that day. And he was like, oh, she was waiting for you, I know that's the only reason you text me, you don't really care, I'm like, I do care. It's like, but if you don't care, why must I care? Like, I'm the one who did some shit to you, you know? So me and him did end up talking. He came, he picked me up, and we was in the car talking. I was just like trying to understand, like, because I want to believe that the nigga loved me. I want to believe it. I can't like think that he didn't love me, like he just was playing with my feelings the whole time. So this day I know he loved me. I just don't know where the fuck it went wrong during the relationship. I don't know where it went wrong. Right there, I sound like a certified weak hoe. Don't think I was really heartbroken, please. I was hurt. I could say I was hurt. It hurt me. I never experienced nothing like that before. But really, whilst the experience was happening, mid-experience, the only thing I was thinking about is how the fuck I'ma dish this nigga out on this story time. Like, I'm telling y'all, unraw, unfiltered, uncut. As you can see, barely cut. The stuff I didn't bring up is hell in the clip. Please, raw, uncut. Like, don't think I'm a weak bitch. I'm not. I promise you, I was weak in the knees, but not no more. But he did tell me when me and him broke up, and we was broken up for like 4 days. He said them two started talking again. He said they was dating on and off, and they was dating on and off. They was dating on and off, and yeah. And when me and him broke up, they started talking again, and she had told him. She told him she had to talk to him, so I guess he went to talk to her and tell him that she was pregnant. And I was like, oh damn, it's crazy. And he literally like pulled on the side and he was crying. He was like, yo, I love you for real. Like, he was like expressing all his feelings, like I love you for real, crying his eyes out type shit, bro. And I was just there like, damn, like, he didn't even give me a chance to cry. Like, he didn't even give me a chance to gather myself to drop a tear to show you how serious I am right now. Like, nigga, you the bitch right now. You're the bitch. Yeah, he was crying. I was wiping his tears, and he was like, I'm not gonna tell a nigga personal business on here because that's not my place, and I ain't even gonna be like that because I'm not gonna be like that. Even though he did me dirty, I'm not gonna be like that. And he was crying and telling me all kind of stuff, and I was talking to him, and I told him like, I'm not good with emotions, but like I'm trying right now. Like, if you know me, I'm not good with emotions. Don't tell me a personal story because I'm not gonna know what to say. I'm gonna make it about me. I'm gonna make it about okay, let me stop. I'm gonna make it about me. And he was like, thanks for being at it. I think I mean, I ended up making up again. So we was talking again, back on good terms again, because I was like, I don't think she's pregnant, because she was just so drinking, So now some shit happened. He ended up telling his mom something. His mom told him something about him being a disgrace to her, and he told me this, and I'm like, okay. And then literally that night when he told me this, he told me, oh, he can't be with me because his mom said he was a disgrace. And mind you, the mom was like been like she didn't want me in the picture, but obviously the reason she didn't want me in the picture was because old girl was in the picture, probably been in the picture. So he was like, oh, that's the first time my mom ever told me something like that really hurt me, I can't be with you. So I'm like, okay, I understand, but now you gotta stand on that, because like, you know, coming back from that, like, you already did this shit, you playing with my feelings at this point. So yeah, so the girl ended up texting me. She's like, oh, you told Derek, you told a boyfriend that you don't think I'm pregnant. And I think I didn't really respond. I didn't give a response because I'm not for it. Like, bitch, at this point, this nigga playing with both of us. So for me to sit and argue with you about a nigga who probably still gonna come back to me is crazy. You're delusional, you know? So it's like, I'm not about to argue with you no more. And she sent me the positive test, and I'm like, yeah, I'm most definitely down with this nigga for real, for real. But then I noticed my dreams been coming a little true lately. Like I dreamt something and came true, and I also dreamt that the baby wasn't his, that she was pregnant with. So I'ma just keep that shit to myself, cause even though I don't want no problems, I'm not scared to fight the bitch. I don't care how big you are, I'm not scared to fight you. So if you want to fight, we can test it, but not over no nigga. I'm gonna say, let's just say it's about respect. But if you want to fight, we can tussle, because you was disrespectful to me. I'm not even gonna speak too much on it. You was disrespectful. And I know y'all gonna watch this video because your nigga subscribe to my channel. I know y'all gonna watch the video. I know he might show you it. He probably won't show you it because he probably ain't told you the part where he was in the car crying and I was there for him. But we not gonna speak on it. Yeah. I could say she pretty, but she big, like she huge. And I don't care because big bitches go down harder and I faster. And you probably not gonna win me anyway. So if you wanna fight, we can fight. But yeah. Okay, so let's not forget, because this happened after I recorded this video. This video is like 2 weeks old. So I posted a TikTok. I can put the TikTok right here so y'all can see. I can put the TikTok. I posted the TikTok and he got text, and I can just show y'all the messages and y'all read the messages yourself because I won't do too much. I ain't got enough storage right now. I really low on storage. Even though I pay for my storage, I really low for some reason. So yeah, just read and do what y'all gotta do. That's what moral of the story is. The nigga got a baby on the way, and he told me he was like, oh, if she pregnant, she aborting that shit. She aborting that shit. She ain't aborting that shit. The hoe is not aborting that shit. He also told me, he was like, oh, the only reason she won't have a baby, that means because I have money, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, sir. And like, he basically just showed the girl business to me. I hate hats, and I have this one, but it's so cute. I want to wear it, but I can't because I hate hats. But yeah, this story a little all over the place, but who cares? Y'all get the picture. This is just part one. My get back, don't be with me doing other things with people. Like, don't be with me cheating. It's not that. My get back is a different kind of get back. My get back, you gonna feel like I might get back in the process. My get back give niggas chest burn. But you gonna think you pregnant with a baby with full hair. You getting chest burn from my get back. So part 2 coming up. Just stay tuned for the rest, because all this is still happening in the progress. If you know, you know. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I don't think I'm even gonna edit this video too much, to be honest, because I don't want to edit. I just wanted to get this video out there because I want to start posting again. But I want to post more cute stuff, more me getting ready and me looking cute and stuff. So yeah, I'm talking a lot. So yeah, just make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for Miss Puff. Stay tuned for boyfriend who became ex-boyfriend, who's still trying to be boyfriend on the low. Because if you was done with me, you would have stopped talking to me. You're not done with me. I ain't even got a sensible extra. Clyde, come on now, girl. We on camera. We getting famous. Mia, stop watch me doing that video, girl. You were trying to get out the hoodie. Okay, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining for y'all, because that shit was entertaining for me. That shit was entertaining for me. So, like I say, now, update this like 2-3 weeks after the whole situation. Me and the nigga don't talk. Me and him don't speak. We ain't in contact. I ain't even cutting this out, Cladisha. I'm not cutting this out my video. They can know how you would treat this girl. So yeah, everything done with. I don't speak with him. Me and him ain't in contact. I still have his number, and I feel like if I do text, he would respond. But me and the nigga don't got no attachments, nothing. My name is not tied to his, so I'm free. Niggas. I'm free. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more better, funner, enjoyable videos from the one and only Talia Rikita.